I am not black. I am not black.
Brothers and sisters of the celestial energy, Dark Angel Sema Baturi Anu. What's going on, guys? Let me tell you something. We who are the so-called black folk, we are beings of a universal order. We are beings who are supposed to be operating on a universal frequency and not that of a material or planetary frequency. And, I understand that from the message last night because, it was a very important message, say, hey, we fell from a frequency. Like I said, we fell from a frequency and we fell into a lower energy. All right. We fell into material instead of remaining on the spiritual. And it's important that we see this because we have an enemy who literally wants to see the universal order gone from this realm. See, we created this planet, these realms, and in return, the planet manifested us in physical. We are beings of a universal purpose, and we got to stop being so goddamn weak. We gotta stop being so fucking weak. Some goddamn humans. Seriously. This is why they work so hard to keep us in a low and mundane state of mind because they want to rule over the universe. See, we are time. You remember I did a message on that a while ago talking about how we are time. Which we are time. So when you start talking about time, you're talking about the energy that controls everything, and we are time. And we're supposed to bring this universal order to this physical plane so that the planet can operate in a universal nature. And this is why these Saxons are so afraid of us awakening. We start talking about we shifting our minds. Yes, we shifted our minds. And our minds have literally began to move into higher areas of power. We have an enemy who literally is in an absolute state of jealousy as well as a state of anger because they know who we are. We're universal beings. They come with a couple weapons on a physical level, and we having a whole array of weapons on a celestial level. They're just within us. Powerful weapons that are within us, that are a part of a cosmic variation of knowledge and intelligence and certain levels of energies. I mean, this is who we are. This is how we're supposed to operate, and we're making it that way. We're making it back. See, we have enemies who want to keep us at a physical plane because they know that once we reach that point of absolute, this is where we're trying to get back to. He's like, hey, we want to fly again. We want to get back to absolute power. which means that we have to raise the frequency of our minds. We have to raise the frequency of our mind. We have to raise our thought patterns. We have to get away from what they have created. You know, they want the brothers and sisters to run after money because they taught us that money is power. See, this is the thing about it. When they caught us in the sleep state, they had to miseducate us so that we could think of ourselves as humans and not as universal beings. Not as beings of an absolute 0 point energy power. This is just who we are. And we've got to literally live it. We got to practice it. We got to be it. They want to constantly put shit in the air and make it rain, make it snow. They want us to give them the power. These motherfuckers, they can make it rain whenever they wanted to, and they can make it snow whenever they wanted to. That's what they want us to say. Oh, they can make it hail because this is what they told us. This is what they told us that they can do. We can destroy them without leaving one trace of a physical finger. They want to erase carbon footprints. The carbon footprints is nothing but the ancients of the ancients of the ancients, which means that they want to try to remove cosmic knowledge. They want to try to remove cosmic energy. They want to try to remove cosmic powers from this realm. Yes. See, this is what they're gearing toward. They're gearing toward literally wanting to remove everything that is of an extremely high cosmic order from this planet, from this realm, for their survival, because they're the newest motherfucking species on the planet. Them and the Orientals, they're extremely new on the planet, because we didn't have either one of them here before they invaded. So what do they want to do? They want to make sure that they literally ensure their survival. It's all about survival for them. All right, which is why they're working extremely hard. We're not supposed to be surviving. We're supposed to literally be thriving. This is what we must do, brothers and sisters. We're the ones who can change the atmosphere. We're the ones who can change the frequency of this realm. We're the ones who can change the frequency of the brothers and sisters all around us. We who are awakened. We are universal beings. Primordial deities. When you start going into primordial and universal, you go past the levels of gods and goddesses. You start really overstanding that you're beyond what they call the God and the goddess. You are primordial deities, angelic beings, beings of a heavenly nature, universal beings, cosmic energy beings, cosmic deities. It's who we are. We have an enemy who wants to make us think that we're human. That's why they say, oh, we're spirit beings having a human experience. No, we're not having a human experience, because before these Saxons came here, we knew that these bodies, that these right here, these carbon bodies literally contained every facet of the cosmos, and we could operate on the highest frequency that the cosmos could ever provide. But they are jealous, and you see them, they want to emulate us. The only way they can imitate us to such a level to show who we are and where we come from is through Hollywood. That's the only way. Outside of that, there's no way. Like they think, oh, well, I got these these Saxon create these what they call locks, and they twist their hair up and put all kind of shit on it to make it twisty or whatever. And they say, you know, I'm Jamaican and I got these right here, and motherfucker, we don't care about you wanting to twist your hair up. You not us. You don't have the carbon In you, you don't have the power of the cosmos within you. You are a created species, just like your Orientals. All of them are created species who were placed here by their creators upon the invasion and the fight against us. Yes. Mystical beings that we are, the mysterious powers that we possess, the energies that's so powerful within us, and we've got to bring ourselves to this point of reality. Universal beings. We can operate on every level of universal energy. Brothers and sisters, shut it down. You want to shut the system down? Shut it down. Raise your frequency. How do you raise your frequency? You begin thinking on higher thoughts. How can I link into the trees so I can make the trees walk? See, we were the ones who were making the trees walk and talk. We were the ones who were literally had the fairies flying around, had orbs of light everywhere. Why you think they seeing orbs of light all over the sky? It's us. But it was more than what you see now, because our energy was so magnified. And you had an enemy who came here and wanted to shut us down. But now, brothers and sisters, we cannot be docile. Docile means content. We cannot be docile with what's going on. We have to raise ourselves according to true universal order. See, we are the true beings of absolute power, which is why they, in the sleep state, they wanted to give us Jesus and God and all this other stuff, because they need to make sure that we didn't worship ourselves. Like we talked about that before, because when you talk about universal beings, we're beings who are a manifestation of the universe. And what the universe does, the universe is constantly magnifying herself, beautifying herself, bringing herself into a level of power. And these Saxons know this. That's why they needed us to worship something that didn't exist. They created names and put a face on it. That's the very first artificial intelligence. They created a name called Jesus and made a face for it and said, "This is Jesus." That's your very first artificial intelligence. Now, if you look at artificial, what's the first three letters in artificial? Art. So they created art. They had an artist make a face of someone behind a name that they created. It's nothing but art. Just say artificial intelligence. The ART is the very first three letters, which is art. So that was the very first artificial intelligence. When they gave us that face, the Saxon face, and say, "Oh, this is the Savior, and he died X amount of something, whatever," and these motherfuckers only been on this realm for a little less than 400 years, if somewhere around there, 400 calendar years. So how can some Saxon motherfucker die 2,000 years ago when they weren't even in existence in this entire universe? They were in another universe, creating havoc, causing chaos, because they wanted to rule over something that they cannot even obtain. They can't obtain it on a celestial level. They cannot obtain it on a planetary level. They cannot obtain it on the physical level. They can't even obtain this universal energy using the most powerful supercomputer that they can create. Because in order to exist within the universe, you must be a direct manifestation of the entity or the organism. And we are a direct manifestation of the organism. We are the universe, brothers and sisters. This is who we are. We are literally the universe in this physical plane, but we are supposed to be operating on the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th dimensional frequency, which now we are starting to understand. And as I look at the the stats or whatever on the videos that say, okay, there's only about maybe 1,000, close to 2,000 brothers and sisters who are actually serious about this, because I don't see any more in the when I look at the stats. So okay, 1,600, 2,800. Wow, that's very low numbers, which means that brothers and sisters, there are brothers and sisters out here who are not looking for a higher plane in the spiritual. They're trying to get more in the physical, because they think that they're still under the illusion, under the guise that these things and this money is going to take them somewhere, when it's really not going anywhere, because even the money itself is going extinct. So why would we continue to run after something that is literally going extinct? You talk to young brothers and they don't understand. Young sisters, they understand. You know, like I say, I talk to them all the time and say, you know, this money is about to be extinct. Or that's why I'm stacking up these dollars right now. Say, brother, do you understand who we are? Nah, man. You know, I ain't even trying to hear that shit right now. I'm trying to get my money, man. That's all I'm stacking up these dollars. I ain't got time to be talking about some universe and some spiritual, whatever the shit you talking about. I'm all about this money, man. That's all I'm about is this money. See what I'm saying? These Saxons are going to work on us to try to remove us from a universal frequency, or from an extremely powerful frequency where we literally rule over everything. We rule over everything. So we have to take ourselves back into this point of this optimal level. So there's however many that we see on this platform here, where I'm coming from, to take you all back to the spiritual energy, to where we come from. You know, we did the mantras and the mudras, and you get into this powerful energy. You start understanding the you start getting into using the different mantras to help raise that spiritual frequency within you. You start wearing your crystals and you start wearing your copper and the magnets and all, and the different metals, because now you're understanding that which is outside of you, that physical thing that's outside of you, you can attach it to your body and literally begin to operate on a spiritual level. You start to understand the gold and the silver. Wait a minute, hold on. This gold and silver is designed to charge me up. It's not for me to hoard. Because these Saxons want to hoard it, because they think if they got all this gold, then they can have a source of spiritual power. They're looking for something spiritual that they cannot connect to on a physical or spiritual level. So they want to hold it physically, because this is this is all the power that I know I can give. If I got all this gold, if I got all this silver, if I got all these diamonds, if I got all this here, if I got all this here, then I can have a sense of power, as do the originals. And it doesn't work that way. See, it doesn't work that way. We literally operate on a completely different level. See, because we are multi-frequency, multi-dimensional, we are multi-realm beings. We are multi-universal, multi-galactic. All right, we're multi-energy beings. All right, you understand that? This is who we are. We have multiple forces within us. We have, multiple elements within us. You can go on and on and on. All right. We got multiple levels of dark energy in us. The dark energy doesn't stop. We have multiple levels of dark energy. We also have multiple levels of light energy within us. And when we combine the dark and the light together, we create a power. That's that masculine, feminine that's within us, that's evenly divided. But then we must also make sure that we obtain the right diet, because as universal beings on this physical plane, we must realize that we're supposed to have a strict diet that's going to help us to operate on an optimal level. Why do you think these Saxons want to convince us to eat flesh? We're not supposed to eat flesh. We're supposed to eat that which comes from the roots. That's what we're supposed to consume, that which comes from the roots. Because when you talk about this planet, and you talk about the trees and the grass and the dirt and the wind and the water, they're all universal. All of them are universal. Everything that comes from the roots is universal. What are the trees? Trees are nothing but pure plasma energy. We told you that the leaves are literally like hands. That what are they doing? They're constantly pulling in the energy from the atmosphere, which is cosmic energy coming in, and it's constantly pulling in cosmic energy and putting it into the planet so that it makes the planet more powerful. We have an enemy who wants to work hard against this order. And we as the universal beings must bring ourselves back into this absolute power to work against those beings and destroy them, because now we're realizing that they are no good to us whatsoever, no matter how much they want to feel like we are putting them down. Because you have to remember this one thing, brothers and sisters. The universe has no emotions. The universe don't care about feelings. The universe only sees balance. And this is us as universal beings. We must understand that there must be balance. We have literally got to create balance. Because without balance, the stability of our spiritual life is literally on a scale. And what happens? Well, we're too physical. And this is the physical right here, and this is the spiritual. So we're too physical, so we can't link into the spiritual the way we need to. All right? Because we only seeing everything that's physical. But then we'll become too spiritual. We can't understand what's happening in the physical. Because we're too spiritual. We have to be balanced. So we understand that if I take this crystal right here and I wrap it around my neck and I go into a state of meditation on this physical plane, then I can literally be able to bring myself or manifest an energy from the spirit realm and bring it to this physical realm, and I bring the spirit realm and the physical realm together as one. We have an enemy who wants to spray the sky because they're scared of the energy that's coming from the cosmos. And we've got to stop being weak as universal beings. We got to stop being weak. We got to stop being feeble. We got to stop being what they call it, passive aggressive. You know, we're aggressive towards our own and passive towards these Saxons. See, it doesn't work. So as universal beings, we'll start fighting against our own to defend something that's not supposed to be even in existence on this realm. Universal beings, who we are. Extremely powerful, extremely powerful. Like I said, it's not that many who's going to actually view this, because everybody else is on some other tangent. You got brothers and sisters who they'll put in the views to watch the basketball, what happened in highlights in basketball, or what's 50 Cent doing. You know, and they say, oh, Crazy Bone is in the hospital. You know, look, they all chime in on that. But when it really comes to talking about who we are, they're still trying to, the brothers and sisters are still trying to be something that they're not supposed to be, which is humans. They literally have got to let go of this human, what I want to call it, this fucking, human bullshit, human lie. We were never humans. We're universal beings. That's why when we in the highest form and get into these higher thoughts, and we start thinking on people and thinking on things start happening for us. You know, like these Saxons say, oh, it's going to be raining all day. I don't want it to rain all day. So I'm going to use the frequencies within me and tap into the atmosphere, because the atmosphere is literally the lower part of the universe that before we get to this physical plane. So the atmosphere is literally a part of the universe. It's just the lower part of the universe. That's all. This is what you call inner space. Right here, where we are right here, this is inner space. We have all this space, but we're inside of this space. You go up in the air. We're supposed to be flying across the sky. We're supposed to be levitating. We're supposed to be opening up portals. You know, you look at all the brothers and sisters in the land what they call Africa. Those brothers and sisters, the Kibulanians. And the young brother said, he said, I dropped out of school in the 6th grade. He said, because God gave me a vision. When he's talking about God, that's his higher self. He gave me a vision. So what did he do? He went and created a car that ran on radio frequencies. When you start creating a car that runs on radio frequencies are literally cosmic frequencies. So he created a car that ran on universal energy. Then there was another brother. He's out there, our cousins over there, a Kibulanian. What did he do? He created a car that ran on the magnetic field of the planet. So you talking about the magnetic field of the planet? You talking about universal energy. So these two brothers created vehicles that ran on universal energy because they understand who they are. And both of them dropped out of the 6th grade because they said God. And when they equate God is literally higher self. And this is where we're supposed to be, brothers and sisters. This is where we're supposed to be. This is the type of energy, this is the type of knowledge, this is the type of life that we're supposed to be living. We're supposed to be literally on a universal level of thought. We are universal beings. It's who we are. But when you start talking about this, that means that, hey, that's just too much work. I get this money. I'll do this. I'll do that. Like I said, we're supposed to be having a strict diet. You gotta understand that so many brothers and sisters are literally malnourished because they don't eat the right food. We're supposed to be eating fruits, vegetables, nuts, grains. All right? Then there's brothers and sisters who are mineral deficient. And these minerals are important. The zinc, the copper, the iron, the magnesium, then you have your selenium and all the vitamin A, B, C, D, all these are necessary for our bodies, and this is why we're supposed to eat that which is of nature, and we're supposed to have these with the multivitamins, the elements. Gold and platinum, we're supposed to have this in our bodies so that our bodies can work on a more perfect level. We're universal beings, brothers and sisters, who we are. We got to return back to that universal energy. All right? All power to the multi-chakra celestial angelic beings. May chaos reign with you forever and ever and ever. Remember, chaos is everything, brothers and sisters. Should return back to the universal order. Much power to you all.
Raw TV. I am not black. I am not black.